Eat shit. Hello, guys. Hello. Hello, everyone. So, I want to speak again on the topic of yesterday, and then we're gonna move into something a little bit more my speed. We're gonna move into a topic of the day. I actually wrote one down for us to discuss because we're gonna be getting back to what I do because I do it best. I'm gonna wait till a couple more people get in here. Then we'll talk about these things, you guys. I'm trying to come up with more short hairstyles, so if you have some, let me know. It's very hard to come up with hairstyles that are short and bangs. It's like, it's not very good. BRB, I need to throw this in the trunk. Alright, now. So first I would like to address the situation that I was talking about yesterday. I was a little bit too aggressive because I was very angry, and I want to touch the topic in a way where I just hope that I can be understood. So since like 2022, I'll say, I believe 2022, I have been doing TikTok. This is my new account, Big Ma, because Big Mama Dree was banned, and then it was banned from live. And then after I was banned from live, I tried making other accounts, and all of those accounts got banned. So the reason that they got banned was because I started to speak on the situation I'm going through with my family, which is the fact that they have been after my whole life trying to ruin it and defamate my character because I have an inheritance that they do not want me to have. In the midst of this, I live in California, okay? And so because I live in California, it's low-key a small world out here. It's not hard to stumble upon somebody that has clout or is famous. In 2000, before I started doing TikTok in like 2020, I was really into conspiracy theories. And I was looking up conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And one of my, we'll say, ex-famous friends told me about this group of girls who don't work. And he was like, yeah, imagine how they get money. And he told me something that I'm not going to repeat because that's none of my business. And I was looking into that. I had no idea that the people that I had been watching over the years were also watching me. I don't know if you guys know about people being on their little Truman Show, on your own little Truman Show, because you're a chosen, not a chosen one, but like a chosen will shit on this person and then kill them for their money. Yeah. That's me, okay? I had no idea that these girls were watching me look them up, or this girl was watching me look her up. This is the only reason that I can think of why this girl would be upset with me, or why she would have a hand in trying to sabotage me. I don't know. Don't even know. While I was looking all of that stuff up, I was definitely a square. I had no idea about the game. I was not put on game. I just thought my life was terrible for no reason. I thought that I knew there was something that other people understood that I didn't. And I would even ask people, but people don't. They would rather have my money than share the game with me, okay? So later on, I had realized that something was wrong and that I was being stalked and harassed and things like that, and I had left this relationship. In the midst of leaving this relationship, I also left my anxiety with that person. I got a job, and that job also helped me to move through my anxiety. Can you guys hear me over the music? Yes. Let me know. Yes, they did. So thank you. I made TikTok because I got a TikTok and I realized how many people were anxious like I used to be, or depressed, and then I started making videos about healing and the spiritual knowledge that I had. And with that, I started to realize more how many people were like anxious and going through depression. And so I felt like I was serving my purpose on here. On my account, Big Mama Dree, I only ever posted videos of this much of myself. I never danced on the account. I never really got up unless we were on live and I was painting. I'm also a painter. But on that account, with just speaking on spiritual knowledge, I was able to acquire over 27,000 followers. When TikTok became, like, TikTok is not the same from 2 years ago. Now you can make money on here ASAP. When I was doing it, you had to have, I had a W-2 with TikTok. You had to have like 10,000 followers to go live. And I had all those things. When TikTok changed, they banned my live. I also started going through hell. And I had other accounts, again, that were deleted. Now on this account, so mind you, I was Big Mama Dree for a long time. I first started to realize that some of the celebrities that, okay, so there's like a couple of different groups of people that have been watching me and stealing my shit. I'm only gonna address this for like 20 more minutes and then we'll move on to the topic. But the girl that I talk about on here, I don't know if you guys were here last time. I will answer the questions too when I'm finished. There's this girl that was she played a major role in like lying to different people about who I am, because my family knew her, and my family paid her to sabotage me a lot. She slept with pretty much all my ex-boyfriends. She was HOE, and she went to a male celebrity's party or something, I don't know, but she got in cahoots with them, and so that person knew who I was. He referenced a song that I wrote in one of his songs, and that's when I realized that this shit was realistic, because it was a song I had never talked about on here. I never released it. I never made it. I never talked about it on the internet. So it was like, how is he referencing or saying verbatim the words that I'm saying in a song? And I never posted it before because I'm on the Truman Show. Anyway, Big Lotto ended up making a song, Big Mama. Big Mama is me. She has an interview. You can go look up her interview right now. And she says, the guy asked her, well, where did you get Big Mama from? She says, during football season, if you know, you know. She says during football or basketball season. If you know how the Truman Show shit works, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. She said that she was looking for something authentic. She was looking for something different. She was like, it was really old school, and so I took it. I went with that. She's talking about me. Big Lotto is talking about me, literally. She's literally talking about me. Now, we all know India Westbrooks. I used to watch this bitch because she was so beautiful. She, you know, she's like a fashionista. I like fashion, and so she's very enjoyable to look at. She started to quote certain things verbatim that I would say on my account, Big Mama Dream. Then all of a sudden she did an interview talking about how she doesn't want to be the internet hottie anymore. She wants people to know more about her personality. And I just want to know, India, if you want people to know your personality, why the fuck are you trying to steal mine and act like that's yours? You're literally saying word for word the things that I'm saying, that I said on that account. And that's not you, that's me, honey. I do not appreciate stuff like that. Now, she's a streamer, cool. But she is literally trying to teach the things that I used to teach on that account. And the reason that I do not appreciate this is because she'll say things and she'll even say that she got it from a video, and she's not saying she got it from my video. Like, she doesn't know who I am. And yes, you do, girl. The reason that it makes me so mad is because these people try to keep my account from getting where it was. These people really try to downplay me and take and steal from me. And these people spread rumors about me and are a part of trying to oppress me and then take my shit. I do not appreciate that. And this is my thing, India, because I'm directing this to you now. Me and you both know, look, let me tell you something before I even say this. I watched your stream with DDG. Okay, I watched it. And you definitely looked a certain way. And I already know what you do. A lot of people know what you do, especially if you live in California. You look like it, sound like it, bark like it. So we know what you be doing. I never said anything about it. In my mind, I'm like, oh my God, like, I hope somebody's helping her. Like, you get what I'm saying? I hope somebody's like, you get what I'm saying? After I already know that you're stealing from me. And it's not about being a girl's girl. I know that you went through gang stalking, and I don't know how you dealt with that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be like an understanding person. But you continue to steal from me and steal my stuff, and I really don't appreciate that, girly. I do not appreciate that shit at all. My problem is that I don't open my legs. So the process for me is a lot more difficult. Do you understand me? I don't cope with narcotics. So the situation, the process is a lot harder for me. And I don't appreciate somebody who feels like they're going to open their legs, get money, and have it easy, and then come over here and steal my stuff when I'm going the hard way. Sorry. I just got spooked out. Okay, anyway, I don't appreciate that. Like, at all. Like, do you hear the words that's coming out of my mouth? Okay, your daddy may have came from somewhere and he's on and stuff like that. That doesn't mean that you are. I am a person that has had to thug it out. I am a person that had to go from ground zero. So if you take this much from me, bitch, that's a threat to me. I don't have it easy like you. I don't do all of that stuff. So somebody like me who really comes from that shit you be flaunting like it's fashion does not appreciate that. Do you understand? I don't wear that shit like it's fashion. It's not a fashion to me. It's a lifestyle that you have to go through. So I don't think it's cute how you came and stole my shit. Like, I don't think that shit is cute at all. I hate you suburban girls and you suburban guys that wear hood shit like it's a fashion. That wear the struggle like it's a fashion. Talk like it's a fashion. It's not a fucking fashion. Do not come over here taking my stuff, girl. I don't appreciate that. I will put my hands on you. I'm not trying to threaten you. TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. But you have to understand that, like, you don't understand where I'm coming from as a human being. And the shit that I talk about, you can't push it out like the way that I do, because I actually worked with that spiritual knowledge. I don't have to get everything out of a book or from Google. You will never push it like I do. You need to stay in your lane before I place you there. Go do the healing and then talk about the healing. Don't steal my shit and then act like that's who you are. And this, you literally said you were gonna remix it. Remix who? Remix what? You can't. You can't do me like I do me. I worked with every single thing that I talk about on here. Healing, manifestation, all that stuff. I went through the hardest times of my life to gain that knowledge. And you are a part of the reason that I went through that shit. Girl, I will literally put my hands on you. You need to, like, you people need to really, like, stop. Tell the people that I inspired you. Make sure next time you reference the video, you say, I got this from Big Mama Dre. Because I do not appreciate it and I don't have to. I don't fuck with the shit that you push, and now I don't even mess with, like, who you are. And that's sad, because I was rooting for you. I think you're a bomb girl. You're super pretty. You know what I'm saying? But we both seen you on the stream, girl, and you know what it is. You know that weird auntie that's always at the party, that she goes to the bathroom real quick and then she comes back and she's weird because she's on that stuff. That's exactly what you look like on the prom stream. I didn't say nothing about that. Yeah, girl. But it's like that because you keep stealing my stuff. Like, stop. Stop it before I, like, literally have to put you in your place. I will not stop making these videos if you don't run that shit. Like, give me my personality back. Make sure you tell them people I got it from Big Mama Dre. The reason that I want to come on here and be this way and actually have a personality is because of Big Mama Dre. I do not appreciate that shit y'all do. I come on here my full self, whether it's ugly, whatever the situation I'm in, because this is something I want to do. I really want to help people with what I've learned. You on here doing that shit all facade, all weird and stuff. You're putting on a mask. It's cosplay when you do it, bitch. Stop. Because if you was really, really like that, you would be like, look, I used to be a 304. I was a 304. I'm a whore. And I decided that I want to be different now. That's what you need to start with, bitch. It's real when you come over here over with Big Mama Dre. That's all I wanted to say about that. Stop playing with people and you don't know them. I work very hard. And I will come over there and snatch my personality back off the top of your head, ho. Okay. I hate talking like that, you guys. I really do. I try my hardest every single day not to talk about, like, I'll talk about it to myself like that. But I try not to be that way in public or with people, because that type of energy just is not called for. But sometimes you have to let people know, like, you know, like, stop playing, because it can, like, stop. Just stop. Now, I do have a topic of the day. I'm gonna go through your guys' comments really quickly. So, Germ, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. But I don't appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Say God don't like ugly, period. Like, you're sitting here pushing God all the time. Like, why don't you be you then while you're pushing God? Why do you have to still, like, that's not of God. You see what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to steal from people who are really, come on here and be real. I don't have nothing to hide. Like, girl, the worst day of your life, Lotto's life, y'all life, who's stealing from me, is when you have to own up to that shit, because I'm here now. Hello. And I'm gonna tell them, like, yes, you stole that from me. Because you stole it from me when I was going through something terrible. It would be so different if I'm on here, whatever, or not even on here, just living my life like a regular person, getting to live, but you're part of trying to oppress me and you're stealing my stuff. I don't think you understand the disrespect. Like, you don't get it. And you don't get it because you not only don't come from, oh my God, you do not come from poverty, girl. Like, chill the fuck out. No, you don't. You don't come from poverty. You're not like that. Stop. I hope that you have a good day, and I really hope that you think about what I said, and I hope that you take it as, wow, I would be hurt too. Not hurt, but I would be angry too. Like, duh. Like, I really hope you get, like, what's going on. You get what I'm saying? Like, the realness of the situation. Because you can't be on this internet while I'm on this internet talking about the same thing, and I'm telling people that you stole that from me. People are going to watch that prom thing now and look at you acting like a crackhead. But you're pushing my MO. Like, what? Now, when I do go up, they're going to post videos about me too. I've made mistakes before too. But I can sit next to those mistakes and talk about them. I could be like, yep, that's what I did. That's crazy. Oh, man. I know the first video that they're going to post of me is probably the one with Steve. Or they're going to post the videos that Dominic bought from me. Remember when Dominic made a fake page and a fake Cash App and he was buying videos from me? Yes, you guys, I sold videos of myself before doing crazy stuff, and I had on a blonde wig. You see how easy that is, India? To be yourself and own yourself and love yourself. I hope that you find that. For real. Because you're not about to be over here stealing my stuff. You need to go steal from somebody else, because I will have a problem with it the whole time. And I won't appreciate it. You owe me an apology, girl. You definitely owe me an apology. That's not okay. I didn't deserve anything that I went through. None of that stuff. But here I am, glowing through that shit. You owe me an apology. Find yourself. The fuck? Stop hanging out with people who let you be in the bathroom for 50 minutes and not come check on you. Like, the fuck? Anyway. No, I don't need a hug. She need a hug. I could easily open my legs and have everything that I need now too. So, even if I was ugly, I could do that. Anybody can do that. That's not, like, what the fuck? Anyway. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I just want to make that clear because I deserve to make that clear. I don't have to sit here and be played with. There are certain things that I always let slide. There are certain things that I don't care about bringing to the internet because I have other things going on. Y'all see, I'm suing my family. But that right there is not cool. And I don't play about myself. And I'm sorry that, whoa, when I don't play about myself, it has to be so dark and deep and weird. But you're weird. You're weird. How do you even think you're on or cool stealing somebody else's personality? Like, obviously, you're not it. You're not the it thing. Obviously, it's me. If you gotta steal from me and remix it a little bit, like, go somewhere else. So now I want to talk about jealousy. So moving forward, we're going to talk about jealousy today and authenticity and what they have to do with each other. Okay? So first off, when you feel jealous about something, okay? This is not a bad thing. It only becomes a bad thing when you have a hyperactive ego and you also don't know yourself. So you feel like, instead of, how can I have that? How could I be more like that? How do I obtain whatever it is you're jealous of? You say, I'm going to take that shit from that person. That's when it becomes dangerous, and that's when scientifically it starts to rot your bones, literally. Now, first of all, the bad part about this is that once you say, I want to take it from that person, or I want to do something to that person to get it, you step outside of your lane, which is outside of the path that God already paved for you and your authentic self. So now you can't win. You can't win because you're not in your lane. You're not on your path. Number 2, when you get jealous, this is an indicator that you can have whatever it is you're jealous of. It is an indicator that you can obtain it, because God, universe, whatever you believe in, your higher self even wants you to have everything. It is exactly what you deserve. You deserve to be a highness, the highest self that you can be. So you should say, damn, I want that too. That's bomb as fuck. Every time you see something that's cool, it doesn't matter if another person has it, because when you have it, it's not the same. Everybody buying them little leaves for their fucking bedroom. Don't nobody put them up the same. You understand? So it's a good thing sometimes. You know, you want better for yourself. Now, this is also the most important part about jealousy. When you decide you want to take it or get it elsewhere, not only do you give up your path, but you give up your authenticity. You become a lost person. You understand? When you say, how can I get that? How can I be more like that? That has to come from within. So it is already different from whoever else has it. It's already different and it's already authentic, because the way that you will achieve it and the lessons you will learn getting there will never be the same as somebody else. So the experience is different. Even when you have it, you use it different. You're more thankful or whatever. And then this is the crazy part. You might not have to do all the things that that person had to do to get it. You might have it easier, but you want to be in their lane. You might stumble upon a more better version of that because you happen to be super bomb at that when you actually do the work for that thing. And so you may create through your authenticity something that was way better than you saw, but you don't give yourself the opportunity to do that, trying to take it from someone else. You understand? How many singers are there? There's a fucking million singers in the world. Did they all get there doing the same thing, doing it the same way? No, they didn't. None of them did. Just make sure when you get jealous or whatever those feelings are where you want something, you say, how can I do that? Because when I do that, it's going to be suited for me. It's going to be better. And then also, if you're a content creator or something like that, people are real. Okay? People can tell lots of stuff. You can't hide shit. I'm not the only person that sees certain things. Everybody sees things. We all have our own opinions. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What happens when you're authentic with whatever you put out? You don't have to be a content creator. You could be a musician or an actor or something like that. When you are fully yourself, the reason that you get more of a following or more of a group of people that like you is because they can relate to your authenticity more. Everyone relates to something real more, no matter what it is. People can tell when it's a rerun, when it's fake. People can sense it. People can sense when shit don't match up. So it's best that you do things the way that you want to, because no place is oversaturated if God has your path going towards that thing. And if you see something that you want, it's not on accident. If you see somebody exuding a certain energy that you would like to also exude, that's not on accident. It's because maybe that person has healed something you need to heal too. And when you heal that, you'll have a better way to say certain things. So say there's two people who want to be an actress, right? It's not always authenticity. Sometimes it's that people just resonate with you better than that person. But if you try to be somebody else, people can't resonate with your authenticity because it's not there. And so that person, the person that's being authentic, has the potential to steal all the people that fuck with you because theirs is authentic. Every time we hear somebody make some music, right? And we hear another person make that same type of music, do we ever, we hardly ever say, oh, that person did that shit way better though. We never say that. Even if we don't like the first artist or whatever, we never say, oh, that person did it better though. That's rare. Maybe it's like one or two people that did the beat like that and it's better, but credit is always due. And that is why it's important to direct your jealousy in a way where it's beneficial and healthy for the ego. Okay? Because you can't separate yourself from the ego. If you could separate yourself from the ego, there would be no reason for a Kundalini experience. The ego is, I like that. The ego is also, I don't like that. Or I see a kid fall right now and I'm like, that's the ego. I see a kid fall and I'm like, oh my God, no, that's the ego. So what did I just describe the ego as? The ego is your reaction to life. You cannot separate yourself from that. Why do we talk about chakras and emotions getting stuck here and there, and how does that affect the ego? Because if you go through a trauma and now you don't trust anybody, your reaction to life is based on you not trusting someone. That's why it's important to heal. That's why Kundalini experience is important, so that you have clarity in your reaction to life. Because if you, again, you go through a traumatic experience, you feel like you can't trust nobody, you could potentially be around everybody that can be trusted and you will not see that. So you need a healthy ego, a healthy, clear response to life. You understand? And the reason, again, I'm able to speak on that shit like this, fast, without a book or without Google, is because I have experienced being jealous and healed that. I have experienced being not my best self and becoming my best self. I have experienced working with all of these things that I'm speaking on. It's not something that I go read in a book and talk about on here. I'm not spiritually inclined. Right. The research is just terminology that helps me to articulate what I've been through and how it can help you. That's it. And a lot of people are just spiritually inclined and they just know the words. And they just know this sounds good. You need to, if you really want to be on that, you got to put that shit to use. or else it's going to be repetitive. Sometimes mine is repetitive too because I need to do more work. My armpits smell so bad, you guys. It's not even a joke. It smells sweaty. Oh, they don't. They're starting to sweat, and so I'm like, oh my god, I know this stink, but they don't. Yay! Oh my god. Let me get to walking, they gonna stink bad as fuck. I need some more honey in my water. Thank you. It's the little things. Everything people need to know is in the Bible. Okay, let's talk about that. Good job. Good job bringing a topic. Okay. So hopefully I'm able to open up your mind a little bit. I have read the Bible, but I'm not Christian. Hopefully you have the experience where you want to dabble into other religions, not because you need to believe them or replace your God or your beliefs, but so that you can better understand people and better understand how they receive God, so that maybe one day when you're talking to somebody like that, they're able to receive certain messages from you. And this is how I'm going to explain that, okay? So say you speak Spanish, right? You only speak Spanish and I only speak English, but you don't know anything about God, and I'm the only one here. And I'm the only one who knows to introduce you to that. So I'm trying my hardest to express to you what God is, how God loves, and how it could help you, but you literally can't understand shit I'm talking about because you don't speak Spanish. I mean, because I don't speak Spanish. So you can't receive. And that is why I believe, you don't have to believe me, but that's why I believe there's spirituality and Allah and Buddha and Jehovah Witness, because even though the terminology is different, the points and the essence and the things that you take from it and utilize with other people and in your life are the same. Some people, just because of what they've been through in life, do not resonate with Christian terminology. So when you explain it to them in like Allah terminology, they can receive it better. When you explain it to them through chakra work or something like that, they can receive it better. But it's pretty much all of the same thing. You understand? In spirituality, it's more hard work because it helps you to understand that it's your choice, you know, and that you're pretty much responsible for the way that you feel, for the way that you react to life, for your position in other people's lives and other situations. And so it's more of like a hard work thing instead of if you really do it, you don't pray about it and then it's fixed. You know, you have to actually do the work. It says that in the Bible too, but again, a lot of people don't receive that message from the Bible because it doesn't make that part clear so many times. Like in spiritual terminology, it's over and over and over, like self-work, shadow work. That's all shit you gotta do alone or by yourself. But hopefully that helps you understand why not everybody is Christian or whatever. It's because some people can't receive a language that they don't know, and everybody speaks a different language, even if you speak English, you know? Perception is a motherfucker. You could be laughing at the same stupid thing that happened on TV, and then you ask your friend, why did you laugh? And then they laugh because of the first part and not necessarily the fall part. And you just thought the fall part was funny. You see? Perception. Because I'm walking facts. Okay, so now let's move on to the next topic. Let's see what I want to talk about. Thank you though for these topic ideas that we're talking about today. Okay, this is one that I want to talk about because it's been on my mind lately. Okay. What's on here? All right, so I want to talk about authenticity again and the importance of your path, okay? So, remember I talked about what the ego is. The ego is your reaction to life. All of us are part of the same source, and that's why a lot of us like similar things, or we'll go through certain traumas and similar things will help us out. There's something for a group of everyone, right? Because we're so similar, but we are also so different, and that's how things become created. Okay? I'm going to give you an example of what staying in your lane and on your path. This doesn't have anything to do with I literally wrote this on the paper. Anyway, how important it is to your authenticity and what you're able to create, okay? You know those makeup videos that we all see, and then sometimes there comes up on our page that one video and we've never seen nobody do their makeup like that before? I know I have. I've seen a couple videos where I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I need to try that. Whatever it is, it could be super creative or just like one thing. Everybody does makeup, right? We go on a YouTube video, us girls, and we'll say, oh, okay, this is a good way to do contour, and then we'll copy that person and we'll put it on our face and it may look good. The way that a person could come up with those things, however, is through authenticity. An example of authenticity, okay, instead of watching a YouTube video today, I'm going to look at my face and I'm going to contour according to my face. Boom, new contour. Now, not only am I going to contour my face, I'm going to use that contour to make a butterfly and like some dots or whatever, and then boom, some brand new shit. Some brand new shit we ain't never seen before. Because why? Because that person said, look at me. What do I create according to me? Feel me? So, when you're on your path and you stay in your lane and you're watching people do certain things and you see something you want to do and you do it your way, it already becomes authentic. It's all authentic. And this is like how I just talked about how people's perception is how they receive God or receive the things that they need for their life. Human beings have an aura that is constantly reading the messages. It's called frequency. We're all broadcasting a frequency, okay? And this is how a human also responds to the environment, and this is how a human, its aura, can detect danger and things like that. I know I'm going deep as fuck, right? But anyways, we're all trying to harmonize and communicate this way. Sometimes people never find the right answer until they see that one motherfucker on TikTok, or they see Dr. Phil or Steve Harvey. They're like, oh my God, I've been looking for this answer my whole life. Because they created that through who they were. So when you start to experience stuff and then you start putting out your experience and creating through you, you literally become a beacon for people and the things that they needed and never had. As long as you are fucking recycling shit, you'll never be that. You don't have to be pretty to be authentic. You don't have to be the shit to be authentic. You don't have to dress nice. You literally have to just be yourself and you will have something for someone else. Period. And that's what we're here for. That's why I talked about frequency. Sometimes people need that thing from you that you don't even know is in there because you're too busy worried about the outside influence. When you lock in inside to you, and you heal your way and you do things your way, somebody's gonna need that. And to somebody else, that's gonna be like some shit they ain't never heard before, and they're gonna be like, oh my God. But nobody can unlock that but you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that for you because I don't know what's in there. I don't know how you heal, and you don't know it yet either. But you gotta find that shit. Ooh, I want to show you guys the sky. This is my favorite kind of sky. You see the clouds? Ooh, I love that. When it's not like super cold outside, but the sky is like scattered with clouds. Ah! It's my fave. If you truly you are the best. There's no one better than me. Exactly. Okay, before I get to the next topic, is there anything that you guys want me to touch base on? If you need, would like my opinion on something, or you guys have a question, anything like that, I'll give you guys like 2 minutes. I like this beat. No, I don't have any kids. Yes, I will be going live every day now, so I'm gonna do my best to go live every day. It's gonna be in the morning time because I might start school in the fall, so it's gonna have to be like super early when I go live, and then late at night. Sometimes I'll be on live at like 2 a.m. but I'll make sure that I get on here in the morning. Let's talk about programming. Oh my gosh. That's spooky. Okay, I've been making videos about this, and this is a little bit more serious, only because I take this topic a little serious, okay? I want to talk about how whatever you believe in, the universe, God, your higher self, whatever, the relationship that you have with Source, that's what I'm going to call it, okay, is literally a reflection of the way that you feel about yourself. I'm going to give you an example, okay? Say you go through a traumatic experience where you do something bad to somebody and you need to forgive yourself, okay? So you're living in guilt. And because you live in guilt, you stop going to the beach and you stop doing certain things because you feel like you don't deserve them. And you're praying to God and you're praying for God's forgiveness, okay? And God forgives you, right? God forgives you. And you get like an inclination that God has forgiven you. But, so God sends you a beach date or whatever, like a trip to the beach in another country or something. However, you have not forgiven yourself. So you still feel like you don't deserve it and you don't go and you miss out. Because your perception in your mind didn't allow you to receive what God had for you. Thus, your relationship with God is a reflection of the relationship that you have with yourself. You can pray all you want to, But if it is not something that is done here, you won't be able to receive. You understand? And I think that's the blockage for most people, even myself, is that of course I'm capable. Of course I deserve this, and of course I deserve that. But maybe my fear of self keeps me from that. Maybe my anxiety keeps me from that. Maybe, you get what I'm saying? So I'm not able to receive certain things. Also with God's protection. If you don't fight for yourself, hold on, I'm about to move. I don't think they saw the bike racks. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. So, say, here's a good example. It's two people and they each have a home. And one person is praying and praying and praying that nobody comes into their house at nighttime while they're sleeping or while they're gone. The next person prays the same thing, but one of them doesn't lock their door. So somebody came into their house at nighttime or while they were asleep. Or while they were gone and took some of their stuff. You understand? You can pray and pray and pray, but you have to do the work. No matter what it is. Emotional. That's why healing emotions and not seeing through trauma is so important, because it'll even block you from God's blessing. You believe in God and you pray because you're Christian, but you still have to change yourself. Again, a person here. Now, I'm not saying that miracles don't happen, and I'm not saying that you may. So maybe you lock the door all the time. Say you're a person that locks the door all the time. And on one night you forget to lock the door. And there's a burglar coming. Because you've locked your door every time and you pray, so you have a relationship with God and you do the work, right? Locking the door every night is doing the work. The night that the burglar comes by, somehow a dog next door starts barking and he thinks it's a dog inside, and this fucking burglar is terrified of dogs, so he leaves your house alone. Things like that do happen, and they happen because you do the work. And I believe that is energy and frequency working together. I'm gonna explain to you guys how. So, have you ever been to a party? You've been to a party, and yeah, I'm gonna use the same thing because it all circles back to everything being what it is, and you have to put energy that's not there to make shit shake sometimes. Anyway, you're at a party and you get an inclination that you need to leave, and so you leave, and then you find out that some bad shit went down at the party right after you left. What is that? We call that intuition. What is that? That is your frequency communicating with other frequencies. Things that have a aura, an auric field, like trees and grass and stuff like that, those things also retain messages and communicate messages. Why? Because again, the environment is vital to its existence, just like us. So, the trees and all of that shit literally holds messages. It all holds messages that you can communicate with depending on how in tune you are. And so this is the same reason I believe that somebody who keeps locking their door and praying about it, they protected their home with an energetic field as well. Those messages are all through the house. Those messages are in the trees around their home. This is not some wiki woo stuff. This is literally science. But the person next door who just prays and never does the work, they don't ever take action and make it a physical response. They don't ever lock the door. I'm not saying belief can't be super strong, but I'm saying, okay, let's not go there. Energy is very real. Like the table, this is matter. And a lot of people don't believe that this can have an auric field, but it's vibrating. And if it's vibrating, it can have a tone. You understand? It can have a tune. You can give it a tune. I'm not getting this from a book. I'm kind of winging what I'm saying, so I hope that you can understand, even though I don't have the terminology. But because it's vibrating, you can give it a tone. This is exactly why you can change the aura of like your plants. You can sing. They say you can sing to your plants and change the aura. You can even give matter an auric field. That's when people start believing in craft and weird shit like that. We don't do that over here. No offense, I didn't mean to offend you if you do that stuff. But over here on Big Mama Dree's page, we stay far away from those practices because we are connected to source and we don't need that. We are not real. Okay. Anything you have an emotional response to is real. Anything you have an emotional response to is real. Like video games aren't real, but there's motherfuckers breaking TVs out here over that video game. That's very real. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the morning talk with Big Mama Dree. Hopefully you were able to take something from this live and utilize it in your own life to enhance your life or gift it to somebody else. The knowledge, anything that you were able to learn here today. If you ever tune into my live again, I'll be going live tomorrow morning. Don't be afraid to have your own opinions. Don't be able to contradict me or anything like that, because you may have a different perspective that somebody else may resonate more with, and it could help them more than I can. Everybody's different, feel me? So that, and also sometimes when I'm talking about things, I have a lot of passion. That, and also sometimes when I'm talking about things, I have a lot of passion, because I have learned that what I'm saying is true for me, okay? And so when I'm talking, I'm just really passionate, but by no means am I saying like that's the only right way. There are like 8 billion people. There's way more than that now, but that means that there's 8 billion right ways to some shit. So don't be afraid to share yours, because somebody else might need yours. The information that I be talking about is here for whoever needs it, period. If you can take it and utilize it and do something better, that's bomb. That's the only reason that I talk about this shit. That's the only reason I'm here. I'm not here to convince anybody to trade in their beliefs or whatever. If it benefits you, cool, but I'm not here to convince you of nothing. I'm here to help move people forward along their path. That's it. I wish somebody was in my ear, or like, you know, I wish I had that. So the way that I'm able to kind of like alternate what I went through is just helps me to understand that I should do it and that I should be helping people, because I'm able to break it down and talk about it. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. That's it. Have a great day. Oh, one more thing, because this is kind of embarrassing, and I don't want you guys thinking that I made this up. I'm 29 years old, and that's old as fuck, I guess. Fuck. But this actually comes from Star Trek, and it basically means like we're the same. Like, I come in peace, we're the same. Like, even though we're different, we're all different, like, we're the same essence. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, peace, that's what that means. I didn't make that up. There's a name for it, I just don't remember the name. Okay, bye.